Who is going to replace Mike Mayock as the next Raiders general manager? I got my top 11 candidates coming up here on the Raiders Report, but today's show is presented by Fetch. If anybody out there wants to get some awesome gift cards, all you have to do is literally take a screenshot of a receipt, and then you're going to be rewarded. Free download, chatsports.com/fetch. Use promo code Raiders to get up to 3,000 bonus points. Take your receipt, turn them into awesome gift cards. Now, Mike Mayock was fired on Monday from the Las Vegas Raiders after 3 seasons. He struggled making solid draft choices. He struggled making solid moves and trades, free agency. And really, I'm not too surprised that the Raiders decided to move on from Mayock. Now, he was definitely considered a draft guru, and I'm curious to see what the Raiders decide to do moving forward. Now, this video is ranked from 11 all the way down to 1. The guy who is ranked number 1 on my list is the dude who I think is the most likely to be the next Raiders general manager. But when you go back in time, when you look at the past 4 general managers of the Raiders, you had Mike Mayock, didn't really work out. I'd probably give that a D grade. Reggie McKenzie was probably a C- grade. Hugh Jackson was only filling in for Al Davis, who unfortunately passed away. But we're never going to get another Al. And you know, that's kind of the way it is. But you need to at least find a general manager, because I could really make the argument that finding a good GM is even more important than finding a good head coach. So get your votes in here. This is the biggest reason why I made this video. I want the nation to get their votes in. Who do you want to be the next Raiders general manager? I want you to scroll on down in the YouTube comments and let me know. Before I go ahead and break down some of these Mike Mayock replacements, we also actually have some GM news that came out on Wednesday from Ian Rappaport. And in terms of what exactly it is, we actually have a name of who's going to be the very first person that the Raiders are going to interview for their new GM position. The first name to keep in mind is Champ Kelly, Assistant Director of Player Personnel for the Chicago Bears. A lot of guys here in Chicago, including Khalil Mack, a lot of players have spoke out and said that their guy that they would want to be the next GM in Chicago is Champ Kelly. So you're already seeing players stand up for him, and the fact that he has some experience on the scouting and personnel side is always a plus. Now, we've been talking about a lot of people coming from outside the Raiders organization. A name to keep in mind if the Raiders want to hire from within, DuJuan Daniels, Assistant Director of Player Personnel for the Raiders. He is definitely probably the top in-house candidate that Mark Davis could look at. This guy has worked underneath Bill Belichick and is very highly regarded among a lot of NFL circles. Let's go to number 11 here on my list. I got Rick Smith, former general manager of the Houston Texans. He won 2 Super Bowls as Denver's assistant head coach. The Texans, while they were under Smith, went 92-100 during his 12 seasons, and they were 18-46 prior to his tenure. So really, when you think about it, you know, you see 92-100 and you think 18-46, you're like, okay, you know, that's a big time adjustment. But he unfortunately left in 2017 to help his wife, who was battling cancer. So he didn't leave because he wanted to. He left because he was a family man, which is absolutely something that I 100% respect. So Rick Smith is definitely a guy to keep in mind in terms of being that next Raiders general manager. Let's go to number 10 here on my list. I got Omar Khan, who's VP Football Business Administration of the Pittsburgh Steelers. He has spent 21 years with Pittsburgh. He has worked underneath general manager Kevin Colbert, who is actually regarded as one of the best general managers in all of football. I know Mike Tomlin gets a lot of credit for having his 15 straight winning seasons, but I also believe that Colbert, Khan, they deserve a lot of credit as well. The Steelers have won 2 Super Bowls with 2 different head coaches. That tells me this. The guys in that room, the front office, they are doing the right things. And for the Raiders to be successful, I really, truly believe it's okay to cherry pick from some of these really successful organizations. Now, to make sure that you guys never miss any videos here on the Raiders Report, you can go ahead and subscribe. Turn on those, hit the subscribe button, and then click the notification bell. That way you don't miss anything. We go live every single Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific. We're doing a lot of videos here on the show. Heck, we went live for Mike Mayock breaking news, and if you're wondering, why the heck should somebody, and I mean, why the heck would anybody go out and subscribe to the Raiders Report? It's because we got free videos every single day, live at least once a week. We're an interactive YouTube channel. More subs equals more videos, and we are 100% free. So hit that big red button that says subscribe, because as soon as the Raiders announce their next GM, we're going live. Let's go to number 9 here on my list. Trent Kirchner, VIP of player personnel at the Seattle Seahawks. Now, he's been interviewed 4 times for a GM job. Obviously, he has not yet get one, but I know a lot of people are at least interested in bringing him in. Now, he spent time with Seattle for a long time with Pete Carroll and Schneider, and I think we would all agree that era has done a very good job. His teams have reached 3 Super Bowls. Sure, they only won 1, but, I mean, let's be honest. If they would have just ran the ball with Marshawn Lynch at the 1-yard line, there would be 2 Super Bowl wins. Number 8 on my list here for Mike Mayock replacements. I'm going to go with Thomas Dimitroff, former general manager of the Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta was 109-88 from 2008 to 2020 and went to 1 Super Bowl. Again, most teams win a Super Bowl when you're up 28-3, but most teams don't go up against Tom Brady. He's worked for the Kansas City Chiefs, the Detroit Lions, the Cleveland Browns, and the New England Patriots. In fact, he's even won a Super Bowl with New England before. Dimitrov also interviewed for the Lions GM last season, which tells me this. He is interested in being a general manager in the National Football League. Now, I wouldn't be able to do today's show if it wasn't for our awesome and brand new sponsor, Fetch. If you want to go ahead and download this app, it's free to download. All you got to do is go to chatsports.com/fetch. Make sure you use promo code Raiders because that's the way I get credit. And also, we're having a little friendly competition here at Chat Sports. So, chatsports.com/fetch. Promo code Raiders for 3,000 bonus points. Now, I'm going to show you all how easy it is to use this app. So all you got to do, pull out your phone. Once you download the app, you just click the app, grab the receipt, click the picture button, and then all you got to do is just scan your receipt. Literally, it's as simple as this, like you're watching on screen. You click that. As long as it has the restaurant name or the store name, the date, and the amount that was purchased, then you click submit, and then you're ready to rock and roll. Once then your receipt is downloaded, you then get a whole bunch of bonus points. I mean, look at that. We got the confetti pop and the bonus points. You then can convert those bonus points into gift cards. If 2020 taught me anything, it taught me to be responsible with my money. If you're trying to be responsible, resourceful with your money, Fetch is one of the best freaking apps out there. We all go shopping. We all buy stuff. I don't know about you. I always try to use my credit card because I like cash back. This is literally cash back in an app form. So take that receipt. When the cashier says, hey, do you want your receipt? Say, yeah, I do want my receipt. Take a picture of it, then get extra bonus points. For every 1,000 points equals $1. So 10,000 bonus points equals a $10 gift card. Chatsports.com/fetch. That link is going to be available for you in the comments and in the description. Make sure you use promo code Raiders, though, for free 3,000 bonus points. Let's go to number 7 on my list here. Joe Hortiz, VP of Football Business Administration of the Baltimore Ravens. Now, he is considered one of the best college scouts, and he has been with the Ravens organization for 20 years. Baltimore has this thing called 20 for 20, which basically means that you were one of the first 20 people in the front office, okay, that you were making less than $20,000 and have lasted longer than 20 years. To me, that sounds like a really, really dedicated dude who's also very good. The Baltimore Ravens have always been regarded as one of the best teams being out going to draft talent. Why? Because of Joe here. Also, he's learning underneath Ozzie Newsome. I would put Ozzie Newsome as probably one of the best, if not the best, general manager in all of football. Number 6 here on my list of coming up of Mike Mayock replacements. Now, this list also, I should mention, is a mix between guys who I want them to hire and guys who I believe are the most likely to get hired. Now, Borgonzi is assistant general manager of the Chiefs, and you always hear about Andy Reid, Eric Bieniemy, Patrick Mahomes, right? But this is an unsung hero. When you talk to a lot of people that know the Chiefs, a lot of credit goes to Mike Borgonzi. Now, he's been with Kansas City since 2009. A big reason why a lot of people also said why Alex Smith looked as good as what he did. A key part in Kansas City's recent ascension right next to Brett Veach. And I really, truly believe if you're looking for somebody who can continue to find late-round talent, Borgonzi is regarded as one of the best guys to help you do that. Number 5 here on my list of Mike Mayock replacements is Jeff Ireland, Bonjour, assistant general manager and college football scout at the New Orleans Saints. Now, he was the Miami Dolphins general manager from 2008 to 2013, where the Dolphins went 46-50 during that span. Now, he's also spent 7 seasons with New Orleans, and I would say the past 7 seasons have been, pretty darn good. Now, he interviewed with the Panthers and the Lions last year, but Jeff Ireland to me is a very well-respected guy in organizations, and I really truly believe it's only a matter of time before he is going to be a general manager. Could it potentially be with the silver and black? Now, all I want you guys to do is this, because I showed you earlier on, basically the last time the Raiders had a good general manager was Al Davis. All I'm asking for is a little bit of luck. You know, you can cross your fingers, though I feel like every time I do it, it looks like I'm flipping you guys off. I want you to like the video to make sure that the Raiders get a good general manager, not just for next season, but for many, many seasons to come. Now, here are some other names that didn't quite make my list, but I want you guys to at least keep in mind. Elliott Wolf, somebody from the New England Patriots, really good scout. Ray Farmer, you're going to see a lot of people try to pick people away from Sean McVay, senior personnel executive for the Los Angeles Rams. Morocco Brown, director of scouting report from the Indianapolis Colts, another very highly touted guy. Jerry Reese, former general manager of the New York Giants, not really somebody that I would want, but I also know that the Raiders aren't afraid to go and look at some older guys. And then Joe Schoen, assistant general manager of the Buffalo Bills, a very, very popular name amongst a lot of circles. But not that I don't think he'd be a great candidate. I just think that he's already knows where he's going to go, and it's not going to be the Raiders. Now, remember, guys, this is the off season. There's going to be a lot of news, a lot of rumors, and the more and more Chat Sports grows, that also means we have a lot of other shows going on, which always means that I can't always make a video around everything that happens around the Raiders. What I can do, though, is put a tweet out. I can also update you guys on my Instagram, so to make sure that you never miss any Raiders news or any Raiders rumors, give me a follow on Instagram at Mitchell Renz 365. Let's get into the top four. Now, 3 out of the 4 guys that I'm about to mention have already been asked to be interviewed for the next GM spot. Coming in here at number 4 is Trey Brown, who is basically like the head college football scout over there with the Cincinnati Bengals, and they requested to interview him on January 18th. He is regarded as being a sharp, very knowledgeable guy, especially in terms of college football game. Hardworking, first guy in, last guy to leave type of mentality, and he has impressed a lot of GMs, or less, a lot of NFL teams when he's gone in and interviewed in the past for some general manager positions. Now, coming in at number 3 is probably going to be the top guy that everybody wants, and he is number 3 on my list because I balanced it out between candidates that I think the Raiders are going to hire and overall candidates that I think are well-deserving. In terms of who I want the Raiders' next GM to be, Louis Riddick right now would probably be number 2 on my list, though I think he's the 3rd most likely to get the gig. He was an NFL executive and scout from 2001 to 2013, played with the Raiders in 1998, heck, 6 seasons in the NFL. I think it's actually really important at times to be able to find managers, head coaches that have also worked players to have that sort of connection with those guys. It's like, you know what? I've been there before. I know what you're going through. Last season, he interviewed with the Lions, the Texans, and the Jaguars. All I'm saying is this. When you see somebody who's interviewed 3 times for a GM, I don't consider him being a bad interview because he's so well-spoken in terms of being an ESPN analyst. But also, if Louis Riddick's hired, it's very similar to Mike Mayock. But if Riddick's hired, I don't know, it kind of gives me a hope someday that maybe I could be considered for a GM position. So do you think that the Raiders should go out and hire Louis Riddick as the general manager? If you're saying yes, Mitch, absolutely, I want you to go ahead and spam LR down in the comments. Let's go to number 2 here on my list. It's Dave Ziegler. Ziegler became the number 2 man behind Bill Belichick after Nick Caserio left last offseason. And this is already a guy who the Raiders have requested to interview. This is just kind of one of those things where, all right, who's been probably the most successful NFL franchise over the last 20-something years? It's been the New England Patriots, so they're going to try to piggyback, try to pick away some of these guys. Now, Ziegler joined the Pats in 2013 after 3 years in Denver. He interviewed for the Broncos GM job in 2021. This could be another guy to at least, hey, he knows the Broncos organization, know one of your enemies pretty closely. But Ziegler right here is number 2. And if I'm being 100% honest with you, if I was a betting man, the guy coming up here at number 1 is going to be the next general manager of the Las Vegas Raiders. His name is Ed Dodds, and he is the assistant GM of the Indianapolis Colts. Now, he's been a very instrumental piece in helping Chris Ballard, who, again, might be, one of the top GMs in the National Football League, build a very good Colts roster. He is a scout, executive for Seattle from 2007, I'll get it together, and 2016. But here's where it starts getting interesting. He got his start with the Oakland Raiders back in 2003, working underneath Al Davis. Ed Dodds and multiple people have said in the Raiders organization, he has that tenacity that Al Davis got. On top of that, He is good friends with Jim Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh also worked with the Raiders from 2002 to 2003. The people that I talk to say that Ed Dodds is the front runner, and I would not be surprised if he is going to be your next general manager of the Las Vegas Raiders. Now, there's a lot of names out there, obviously, right? But the issue is with this. General managers isn't always easy to be able to go ahead and, wrap your mind around. So if there's somebody that I missed, please go down in the comments section and let me know. That way I can go ahead and do my homework, because if I'm being 100% honest with you, Trey Brown is not somebody who I had on my radar, but then when I found out the Raiders wanted to at least interview him, I was like, hey, I absolutely have to go ahead and put him on the show. Now, in terms of some of these Mayock replacements, we're going to go quickly through the show, and if you made it this far in the video, that means, you know what, we're doing something halfway decent around here at the Raiders Report. Now, from the guys that are from 11 all the way down to 5, not that there isn't that likely, but I definitely think that there is a clear tier break from Trey Brown at number 4 to Louis Riddick at number 3, Dave Ziegler at number 2, and then Ed Dodds coming in at number 1. Those are my top 11 candidates to go ahead and replace Mike Mayock as the next Raiders GM.